Zechariah. In the 8th month of the 2nd year of Daryavish, the following message from Adonai came to Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet. Adonai was extremely angry with your ancestors. Therefore, tell them that Adonai Svaot says this. Return to me, says Adonai Svaot, and I will return to you, says Adonai Svaot. Don't be like your ancestors. The early prophets proclaimed to them, Adonai Svaot says to turn back now from your evil ways and deeds, but they didn't listen or pay attention to me, says Adonai. Your ancestors, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my laws, which I ordered my servants, the prophets, overlook your ancestors, didn't they? Then they turned and says, Adonai has dealt with us according to our ways and deeds, just as he intended to do. On the 24th day of the 11th month, the month of Shevat, in the 2nd year of Daryavish, the message of Adonai came to Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, the prophet. It was night, and I saw there before me a man riding on a rusted-colored horse. He stood among the myrtle bushes in the valley. Behind him were other horses, russet, chestnut-colored and white. I asked, What are these, my lord? The angel speaking with me said to me, I will show you what these are. The man standing among the myrtle said, These are those whom Adonai has sent to wander throughout the earth. Then they themselves answered the angel of Adonai standing among the myrtles, We have been wandering throughout the earth, and the whole world is quiet and at peace. The angel of Adonai said, Adonai Svaot, how long will you keep withholding mercy from Jerusalem and the city of Yehudah? You've been angry with them these past 20 years, these past 70 years. Adonai replied with kind and comforting words to the angel who was speaking with me. The angel was speaking with me, then he said to me, Here is what Adonai Svaot says. I am extremely jealous on behalf of Jerusalem and Zion. And to the same degree, I am extremely angry with the nations that are so self-satisfied because I was only a little angry at Jerusalem and Zion. But they made the sufferings worse. Therefore Adonai says, I will return to Jerusalem with merciful deeds. My house will be rebuilt there, says Adonai Svaot. Yes, a measuring line will be stretched out over Jerusalem. In addition, proclaim that Adonai Svaot says, My cities will again overflow with prosperity. Adonai will again comfort Zion, and he will again make Jerusalem the city of his choice. Then I looked up and saw 4 horns. I asked the angel who was speaking to me, What are these? He answered, These are the horns that scattered Yehudah, Israel, and Jerusalem. Next, Adonai showed me 4 artisans. I asked, What are these coming to do? He said, Those horns that scattered Yehudah so completely that no one could ever raise his head. Well, these men have come to terrify them, to overthrow the nations that raise their horns against the land of Yehudah, to scatter it. I looked up and I saw a man with a measuring line in his hand. I asked, Where are you going? He said to me, To measure Jerusalem, to determine its width, its length. Here the angel was speaking to me, went forward, and another angel went out, met him, and said to him, Run, tell this young man, Jerusalem will be inhabited without walls, because there are so many people and animals. For, says Adonai, I will be for her a wall of fire surrounding her, and I will be the glory within her. Up, says Adonai, move, flee, land of the north. For I scattered you like the 4 winds of the sky, says Adonai. Move, Zion. You who are living, the daughter of Baval, escape. For Adonai Svaot has sent me on a glorious mission to the nations that plundered you. This is what he says. Anyone who injures you injures the very pupil of my eye. But I will shake my hand over them, and they will be plundered by those who were formerly their slaves. And you will know that Adonai Svaot sent me. Sing, daughter of Zion, rejoice, for here I am coming. I will live among you, says Adonai. When that day comes, many nations will join themselves to Adonai. They will be my people, and I will live among you. Then you will know that I am Adonai Svaot, who sent me to you. Adonai will take possession of Yehuda as his portion in the Holy Land, and he will again make Jerusalem his choice. Be silent, all humanity, before Adonai, for he has been roused from his holy dwelling. He showed me Yehoshua, the Kohen Haggadol, standing before the angel of Adonai with the accuser, Hebrew for Satan, standing at his right hand to accuse him. Adonai said to the accuser, "May Adonai rebuke accuser. Indeed, may Adonai, who has made Jerusalem his choice, rebuke you." Instead, this man, burning sticks snatched from fire, Yehoshua was clothed in garments covered with dung. He was standing before the angel, who said to this man standing in front of him, "Those are filthy garments. Take those filthy garments off of him." And to him he said, "See, I am taking your guilt away. I will clothe you with fine robes." I said, "They should put a clean turban on his head." So they put a clean turban on his head and gave him fine robes to wear while the angel of Adonai stood by. Then the angel of Adonai gave Yehoshua this warning. Adonai's vote says this: "If you will walk in my ways, obey my commission, judge my house, and guard my courtyards, then I will give you free access among these who are standing here." Listen, Kohen Haggadol, Yehoshua, both you and your colleagues seated here before you, because these men are a sign that I am going to bring my servant Timach, sprout. For look at the stone I have put in front of Yehoshua. On one stone are 7 eyes, and I will engrave what is to be written on it, says Adonai's vote, and I will remove the guilt of this land in one day. When that time comes, says Adonai's vote, you will all invite each other to join you under your vines and your figs. Then the angel that had been speaking with me returned and roused me, as if I were walking someone up from being asleep, and asked me, "What do you see?" I answered, "I've been looking at a menorah. It's all of gold, with a bowl at its top, 7 lamps on it, and 7 tubes leading up to the lamps of its top. Next to it are 2 olive trees, one on the right side of the bowl and on the other on its left." I then asked the angel speaking with me, "What are these, my lord?" The angel speaking with me said, "Don't you know what these are?" I said, "No, my lord." Then he answered me, "This is the word of Adonai to Zerubbabel. Not by force and not by power, but by my spirit, says Adonai Svaot. What are you, you big mountain? Before Zerubbabel, you will become a plain, and he will put the capstone in place as everyone shouts, 'It's beautiful, beautiful!' This message from Adonai came to me. The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house, and his hands will also finish it. Then you will know that Adonai's vote sent me to you. For even someone who doesn't think much of the day when such minor events take place will rejoice at seeing the plumb line in the land of Zerubbabel. So these 7 are the eyes of Adonai that range all over the earth." I replied by asking him, "What are the 2 olive trees on the right hand and left sides of the menorah?" Then I asked the question again, "What are these 2 olive branches discharging gold-colored oil through the 2 gold sprouts?" He replied, "Don't you know what they are?" I answered, "No, my lord." He said, "Those are the 2 that have been anointed with oil. They are standing with the Lord, all the land.